Hey, so we just finished a Psych Sunday, and if you're watching this, you probably tune into the Psych Sundays regularly, or maybe it's your first time. Either way, thank you for being here. I just wanted to take the time out to say thank you so much. If you've ever given your time to me, taken time to listen, taken time to share your thoughts with me, supported me in any way, shape, or form, thank you. It means the world. It goes such a long way. And anything and all things, I I just can't thank you enough. I always have such a great time streaming with you guys. Just the videos that I post, I might be a bit nervous. I try to be vulnerable and you know provoke thought and reflection with you guys, and it can be nerve-wracking, but you guys are always so amazing, and the good always outweighs the bad. And if you're watching this, you most likely have a big part of that, so thank you. I will be missing you guys today, but I do hope that it's still a great Sunday for you. I hate missing Psych Sundays. You don't understand. But I do have some secret little plans and things that I'm working on, and I will share more of that in the future. But definitely, make the most of your day. Have an amazing night or time or whatever. Whenever you watch this, just make sure you do something for you. It doesn't have to be a special occasion. It doesn't have to be a special day. You don't need that much time. Something like, you deserve it. Just every day, make some time for you. So thank you. Mwah, I appreciate you. And I just had to say it. Oh wow, as soon as I ended the video, she jumped in my arms. So here we are. Say bye, mama. Say bye, mama. Okay, I was so excited to thank you and talk about how much I appreciate you guys that I totally forgot to say that I did do some playthroughs, and I hope you guys enjoy them. It's gonna be a short game or games, watch to find out. And definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will definitely be all up in the comment section with you guys, because I wish I could be doing this real time. But I think you guys will enjoy it. It's just, I have a lot of shorter psychology based games that I just don't play because to be quite honest, they're just too short for Psych Sunday. Like, if it's a 30-minute or hour game, it just doesn't hit the same. And I like to do individual games per video. So check it out. Hope you enjoy. Let me know. I'm vicariously living through you right now. I'm probably in class or somewhere deep in the woods, staring at the stars. Either way, it's one or the other. It's one or the other. Either way, let me know what you think. And again, thank you for being here. Happy Psych Sunday. Hey guys, so today we're going to be playing Florence. So Florence feels a little stuck. Her life is an endless routine of work, sleep, and spending too much time on social media. Then one day, she meets a cello player named Krish, who changes everything about how she sees the world and herself. This game isn't too long, and yeah, I hope you guys will follow along with me. Here we go. It's so weird, like you guys aren't here with me real time, but I'm here. I'm with you. There we go. So let's jump in. I've never played this before. Should it be louder? Chapter 1. Adult Life. Florence, 25 years old. Oh. I'm like, what is the math problem? Oh my goodness. Nothing, just work. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm not even reading out loud. I'm trying to take it all in. Because I don't even know what to expect from this game. Okay, we're eating sushi. I'm gonna start talking out loud. Here we go. Bop, bean, boom. Wow, sushi. Oh, I haven't had sushi in so long. Sushi would hit right now. I hope right now I'm eating sushi. Okay, hold on. I need to lower this. It's stressing me out because I don't know if it's too loud. And I can't ask you. You might be sitting here like, it's not too loud, dolls. But I don't know. I do want to make a comment though, like she's brushing her teeth again. Like that was an entire day. And it just seemed like going through motions, you know? Snooze the alarm clock, finally get up, brush your teeth, eat something, go to work, social media, maybe a quick phone call, brush your teeth, go to bed. But that was adult life. Now we're in memories. Okay. Oh, everything's gray, and then what's this? Childhood? I like the layout of the game so far. 7-year-old Florence. I thought I could interact. Guess not. I'm gonna make Saggy proud. Wow. Dang it. Okay, wait, hold on. This is serious. I ran out. Come on now. Oh. No, go back. What are we thinking? Now I'm not content. A moment. Dang it, I was so good before. How much is... Come on. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9? 10? I'm leaving it. Round 2. Oh. Bet. Okay. I am thinking about this way too hard. Okay. Boom. Goated 7-year-old. The look of disapproval. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my goodness. She wants a creative outlet. It's good to have balance, you know? I feel like parents get so worried that they're putting their kids at a disadvantage if they don't let them just be kids, you know, just be creative. And I don't even like saying be kids because I feel like adults need it too. Just time to just live, express yourself, have that creative outlet. I think it's so important. It's so important. Oh wow. Hold on, let me go back because now I'm sad. Can I go even? No. So she's 7. Kids start growing apart. Now they're older. Different interests. Feeling more alone. Uniforms. Less self-expression. Headphones. Social media. Just blocking out the world. This is my inference from what I'm seeing. I made that. Chapter 3. Music. Wow, I got the indecisive badge. I keep doing that. The power of music. This is how I was in Barcelona when I heard Yuruma. What? What is that sound? I gotta catch them all. They're really spread out, huh? Aww. I love this. This is what I want to do one day. Just do it just to do it, you know? Not as a career, but just to evoke that emotion, to, like, who knows what it would do for somebody. Adult life, memories, music. Crash. Got him. Oh, I crashed. I'm like, what is this art? Whoa. This is him. Okay. No. Secured the digits. First dates. And it's crazy because I feel like people don't think this happens anymore, but it happens all the time, you know? You come across somebody and the energy is just right. You guys just click and connect in a special way. And here we go, first dates. It's so much easier to talk about the negatives, you know? So we always hear about all these failing relationships and all these people who are done with it and they're not looking for it anymore, or just all these horrible things. But I don't know. I know so many people who they just found that person, and there isn't a bad story. It's just, it's such a nice story. It's moving, it's inspiring, it instills so much hope, you know? It doesn't mean it's perfect, it's just, it's perfect for them. Uh-oh, it's my time to shine. Always start with the corners. I wonder what I said. Queen Victoria Market. I love the drawings. And I love the simplicity of this so far. Like, I know it's like, oh, well, they're not saying anything, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not even about that. Like, when people are falling in love or inspiring one another or just connecting, I don't know. It could be about anything. And that's the beauty of it. It's just the whole point. They're just connecting. That's what makes it special. Boom. The yellow to my teal bubble. Is that teal? You know I'm partially colorblind. I think it's teal. Let me know. Aquamarine. Nah, teal. The music. Dreams. I really like this so far. It's very simple, but I don't know. You never know. Like the same thing that I said in the yin video, it's like you never know, who or what why could come tomorrow, and I'm not advocating for like, find somebody and they'll solve all your life problems and whatever, is hurting in your heart. Like, no, that's what I like about this. It's not, and she was so, she was going through depression or dealing with severe anxiety or whatever mental health issues or traumas or really, really horrible life issues. She was just your average person. I mean, I guess you could argue your average person may go through that, but she was just going through life. It was kind of mundane, she just waking up, going through the motions, going to work, not doing much. Like, when you're just going through the motions. That's the best way to say it. You're not stopping and living and actively participating and enjoying things. You're just kind of just going through it. And then it's just one day, boom, like I said, crash. You never know who could come into your life, who could change things or stir different emotions or thoughts or inspire you to take a different path. You could even find that in yourself, It's crazy. It's not always a person. Aww. He's talking about his dreams. So see, and this is what I mean. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I hope you can. It's like people don't realize how intimate it is to just share who you are, share what you want, share the vulnerable side of you, even what you think is ugly. Like, just share you, everything. And I mentioned it before, but I don't think that needs to always be in romantic situations like this. I think it can be beautiful, and some people want to reserve it for that, but I guess I just feel like the world is so beautiful when you're just connecting. Without limitations, you just connect with the world, you connect with all beings, and you just let yourself do that. And it doesn't always have to be more. It doesn't always need a specific title. People get confused when they connect because I feel like they're so deprived from it. And I wish people weren't as fearful to connect in general, to connect without any parameters or labeling or need for more. Just, this person sees me and we're connecting in this moment. It can be a passing conversation. It can be a conversation you had with a stranger. It could be two people sitting on the same bench and just sharing a moment. It can be anything, And I think it's always beautiful, and I always appreciate those times. And I find myself doing it a lot because I think the world needs it. And it makes me happy, and I'm happy to make other people happy. But there is something very special about doing it with, a partner as well. I understand that. No. His dreams. And I love people who want to share it. Like, I just want to sit with you and tell you about my dreams. Like, yes, tell me. Like, it shows so much care in and of itself. I feel like when people let you know that they don't want to share with you, or they don't want to have that bond with you, you know, that can hurt if you guys are close, right? And obviously don't feel entitled to it, but I mean, this time I'm talking about partners. Like, I think that's something important for me. Like, I want to know about your dreams, and I want to know about everything. Anything and everything, just everything that person is. Like, I would love to know. She's brushing on her own. They grow up so fast. Oh, here we go. She's smiling back at herself. Ugh, I love it. Because, you know, how often do we look at the mirror not smiling? Think about it. Like, why are you smiling? I feel like it's very rare that people look in the mirror smiling at themselves. And why? Why is that? You know, you might be so quick to smile at a stranger. Smile the moment you see another human, but you'll look yourself in the eyes just... And sometimes it goes a long way. And I know that's different from this, but I just thought of it. But yeah, I don't know. I love this because obviously she doesn't want to go through the motions anymore. Hearing about his dreams and even just being inspired by his presence and maybe the feelings he brings her, you know, she's thinking more. She wants to do more. She wants to be happy. She wants to follow her own passions. And I love that. And this is what I mean. Like, this is what it should be. This is what it's about. Like, finding somebody who they appreciate you, they see you, they hear you, they desire you, and they're grateful to have you in their life, and they want to see you grow, and you want to see them grow, and you guys want to uplift each other. And I don't know, just, it shouldn't take from your life, it should add to it, you know? People always talk about, like, oh, but love isn't easy. But it shouldn't be that hard, you know? It shouldn't feel like suffering. It shouldn't feel like you're losing the important parts of yourself, and it shouldn't feel like you're at war, you know? Like, I want somebody who brings me peace, not chaos. And I love that, you know, in a world of gray where she was just kind of going through the motions, he's inspiring this in her. And I'm sure she's doing the same to him. I think it's beautiful. And again, it doesn't have to be a partner. Like, sometimes you just come across those beautiful people and they just make you want more. They make you realize that you deserve more and that you can do more. And I love people like that. Inspiration. Is he lacking inspiration? Oh. Oh, we're cleaning up. Wow. It's crazy. A nice space can really make all the difference. I wish I could just tap around my room. Yeah, someone coming over will definitely inspire you. Cleaning up. Academy of Music. Student application. Oh, yes, you can definitely do it. Finish it. Let's turn it in now. See, she's pushing him to be better, to get out of his comfort zone, and to follow his dreams. See, it goes both ways. It should go both ways. You know, you should want it for your partner the same way they should want it for you. Exploration. Where are we going? Ah. Krish's music friends. No. Shake, 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 shake. Forest hike. First sushi. Ah! I remember my first sushi. The Hemorrhagianis? Oh, that's his family. Oh. Art gallery. Aw. Skateboard lessons. Groceries. Cereal. Oh. Uh-oh. I hope this isn't over cereals. But this is an important part of relationships to show. I'm curious to see how they're gonna unfold this. If they're gonna make it like extraordinarily toxic or just like healthy disagreement. Oh, are we racing? Aww. Aww. This is so important, like, you know, staying upset and staying in your head versus turning and communicating with your partner, facing the problem. If you guys can properly communicate with each other, not cause more pain. There you go. Healthy conflict resolution. I like it. 6 months later. Moving in. I love that they put all his hair everywhere. Alright, we don't need these. I think it's warm right now. To think about it. Oh man, well. I don't even know what this stuff is. What's this? I don't think we need this. We don't need this. I don't think we need this. Sure. What is this? I think this is good. Right in the cup. Awesome. Okay, compromise. Well, that's my... Okay, because I'm like, dang, do I want the pictures staggered? But I'll keep the vinyl up there. I probably should have took away the books, but it's okay. They look so happy. Auditions today. Good luck. Aww. Aww. My first little paint set. Because he believes in me. I wonder if they're gonna make this like he doesn't get accepted type of scenario. Happy together. I unlocked family photo. So now we wake up. Breakfast. Run, run. No crust? Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to say, but oh, nice. There you go. I see you. Oh, I'm thinking I have to like move it. Okay. I can't even virtually do it. I'm getting so much better. I love it. I do like that they show, at least I'm assuming, I think I'm correct in saying this, like her progression. She's progressing, she's doing it more, and she's getting better. You know, she's just following a passion. She wasn't super goated from the start, but she had the passion for it. Routine. 1 year later. Honeymoon stage over? Question mark. When you start getting used to something. Oh, I see where they're taking this. I read a quote today. This is important, I think. It was talking about how sometimes when we get so caught up in the routine aspect and just like trudging through things and looking forward for change or something different, or you know, you're just constantly not living in the moment, and then you have to stop and think that you're always looking back to better times or looking forward to potential future better times, but you are currently living the present moment that you once asked for, you were once looking forward to, you were once wanted. So sometimes it can be important to enjoy it, because one day you're gonna look back and those are gonna be the times, the good times that you would look back on. You know what I mean? It's hard to hear myself because it's so loud in my ears. But yeah, basically, you know, you always look back to these good times, but I feel like a lot of people, those good times, when they were in that moment, they weren't enjoying the present. And sometimes that's not the case, but like, she's sharing her life with, you know, the love of her life, and he's going to the Academy of Music that he wanted to go to so bad. And it could have been a mistake, right? They could realize, oh, this actually isn't for me and this isn't what I want. Or it could have just, it's not new anymore. It's not the new shiny thing. It's a routine. You got used to it. And sometimes you kind of forget to show that appreciation for it, even though it's truly what you wanted and probably what you still would want. But let's see where they're going with this. He seems so unhappy. Dang, I want some pizza. I hope I'm eating sushi and pizza right now. Erosion. Hmm. I mean, everything requires maintenance, you know? I feel like a lot of people get to this point and they stopped connecting, you know, because they stopped making it a priority to connect. It wasn't something they were looking forward to anymore. It's something that probably unintentionally they started to take for granted because it's always there and it's comfortable, and like I said, it's not new. And this is what people usually mean when they say it takes work. Like, you have to actively check in with your partner and check in with yourself and maintain the relationship, because it can be really easy to, sorry, there's something in my eye. It can be really easy to just get comfortable and kind of forget about the other person and forget about those connections and start looking elsewhere for them. It doesn't mean cheating. It just means, like, you know, whether it be distractions, you know, being on the phone. Some people start drinking. Some people just watching TV, going out with friends, looking to make more friends. But there's a lot your partner can still offer you. Maintenance is very important, especially as you guys are growing together. Oh, here we go. The dream he once had. Wow. And this says a lot about work too, you know, when you go into something so passionate and then, you know, when you're doing something now as a career and like to make money and to sustain your life, it can feel a lot different than when it was just your dream and you were just doing it because you loved it. And I don't necessarily know if that's the case here, but I know that happens a lot. The painting. Life goes on, bills and work. Time keeps passing. Fight. I like this. This is very realistic. And it's crazy because all these impacts can be so big, but sometimes they really didn't need to be, you know? Like the impact of meeting somebody new, you know, choosing to let them in and, you know, allowing each other to inspire one another and grow from there. And then maintaining that and checking in with yourself, especially as things start to change. You know, you're moving in together, careers are changing, maybe bills are changing, wants and needs change, and fights, like just healthy interpersonal exchanges and communication. These make all the difference. And something like this that just ends up collapsing and or blowing up, you know, people will look back like, oh, either it was a mistake or we just weren't meant for each other, you know, just something to make them feel like they should close that chapter and just move forward, which I understand, right? Sometimes you need to because of the way things played out. But sometimes, and maybe people don't want to look at it this way because of cognitive dissonance or whatever the case, sometimes it really just was two people not communicating, not checking in with one another, and not having the interpersonal skills or the awareness or the emotional intelligence at the time to properly do those things with one another. And that's why timing can be important too. The time and period of like somebody's own self-progression. So aggressive. Anger and tears. Oh. I didn't realize. Yeah, once you start talking at each other, once you start treating it like, you know, your partner's the enemy rather than we're on the same team and we're both trying to tackle this problem, it's just, the conversation's not going anywhere. Even when both people, the last thing they want is to fight. They don't have the energy for it. They want to be with their partner and they want to just be in their arms, but they just can't talk to each other. They don't fit together anymore. Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh, jeez. Dang, when the pieces just aren't fitting like they used to. Drifting. Wow, I hope this is gonna be a happy ending. Oh my gosh! No! The pieces keep moving. No! Oh my gosh, I'm so sad! No, we can fix this! Oh my gosh, I'm depressed. Oh jeez. Ah, damn. When you try so hard. Oh man. I feel that. Like I really love this puzzle because it's like truly, you know, I hate when people say like, you know, walking away is just giving up. You know, like you didn't try hard enough or you gave up on us. And it's like, I tried so hard. You know, I tried so hard so many times, like in so many different situations when, you know, when your partner is breaking you down and you're still trying, when things feel so bad all the time, but you're still trying and you feel so, you know, you just feel like alone and you feel stuck and you're confused and there's just this built up resentment because of all the pain that the situation has brought you, and you're still trying. And the pieces just never fit together ever again. Because sometimes you break somebody so much and you do so much damage that they're just forced to, you know, pick up their pieces and try to make something better, you know, to grow from it and to move forward with what is left. And, you know, that person, sometimes that person just can't bear to stay in the same situation again, you know, like when a relationship is just breaking you down and making you feel bad about yourself and just bringing you negativity and taking away your peace. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be like that. So of course the pieces stop fitting. Of course, you know, you pick up what's left of yourself and you grow from it. You make something more of yourself, and you, at least me, you know, I needed to figure out why I would allow myself to be in a situation like that. Why was I trying so hard to put pieces together for something that made me feel horrible about myself, about the world, about my dreams, about my value? It always depends on the situation, right? But sometimes it's the best thing for everybody to let go. You guys ever see those images of somebody's holding onto a rope so desperately, just holding on, and they say sometimes holding on hurts more than letting go, and it shows the person finally letting go of the rope. And that's exactly how bad relationships feel. Abusive relationships, mentally, emotionally, and obviously anything more than that. It's not supposed to be that way. And in this game, I don't necessarily think that that's what they're showing. This doesn't seem abusive. It just seems like two people becoming complacent in their relationship and drifting apart, which can happen, and that should be okay too. You know, it hurts, and maybe it could have been avoided, but not everybody's meant to be together. And this goes back to what I meant with connection. Like, sometimes you've been so deprived of connection for so long. Maybe you were lost, or you were just going through the motions, or maybe you only connect with certain types of people, and when you finally connect with somebody, you just want to hold on so bad, and you feel like the obvious next step is, I should be with this person, we should be together, why not? Because it would only be greater and greater. But it's not always supposed to be that way. You know, sometimes this is just a good person in your life, and you should hold on to them, and it doesn't mean they're going anywhere, but it doesn't always have to be something more. Or maybe not in that way, because there can be a lot more. There can be such greatness in the more that isn't romantic, that isn't sexual, or isn't romanticized. I think for me, I've always preferred to keep people as friends, because I know that, I don't know why I feel so emotional. It's the music, and you know, like, it's just me with my thoughts, and I wasn't expecting all this with the game. And because I know that there's such a risk in trying with people, I just never understand why. Like, I want to keep this person forever. You know, this person is amazing, like, and I love who they are in the world. No, like, I don't want to lose them. And even if you say, like, oh, well, you won't lose me, or, you know, like, we should just try, and, like, maybe it's meant to be different, or whatever the case is, it's like, I don't know. The world doesn't seem set up for it, and neither do people a lot of the times. Oh, this music, I swear. I've run into it a lot where people that I value a lot in my life, they just want more. They want more and more, and oof. It's like no matter how much more you give them, they just, if you don't give them everything, then it's like you're not doing enough. And I feel like, oh my goodness gracious. I would never do this if it was live. That can be a lot because it makes me question what I'm offering to people. And if me just being me, oh jeez. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. It just makes me wonder if me just being me, without people having to romanticize it or sexualize it, if that would ever be enough for somebody. You know? Yeah. And oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not usually like this. But you know, I want to be genuine with you guys. I think that's another reason why I get so bothered by, you know, with streaming, being a woman streaming. You get comments all the time, and you know, I've grown a lot, and like, you know, you develop thicker skin, but it's just, people always want to boil it down to that, and it's so tiring. Like, it's so tiring. All right. Sorry. I'm gonna move on. Well, I'm not sorry. You know, like, I think it's important to share emotions like this, but you know, I'm sorry for taking so much time. Yeah. Oh, that's it. It's just his stuff. This game is it's hitting me. Fragments. When you're so used to having somebody there, having that person there, you know? I like that they showed that she called her mom, you know, like seeking out that connection elsewhere. Damn, what if I let him? Jeez. Wake up. Maybe she'll paint. Finding that inspiration again within herself. Not giving up on herself. She brought color to her own life, you know? Cooking with mom, second prize, sketch club, loaf, Florence, her shop. She's growing in every sense. And she's happy. Moving on, but with a smile now. Fragments, it made sense, right? You carry those pieces with you still, and you have to start letting them go. She started walking away. But then from there, she started to grow. She started to find more of herself again and find that happiness within herself, find that motivation, that inspiration within herself. She connected more with her mom in a positive way, and this is all very relatable. She's leaving her job. About to take the computer too. Oh. Great day with Krish. Oh. We can look back at old memories and finally smile at them again. Was that it? Cheese. Aw. She's making connections with everyone. Her world is in color. That's it. I liked it. I don't think it necessarily had to be as deep as I was making it, but you know how I am, guys. I love the conversations and anything that can invoke emotions and, I don't know, just provoke deeper thought. I'm all for it. Yeah, so honestly, I think like I could have just watched this and been like, oh, okay, yeah, and then they broke up, okay, da-da-da, but I wanted it to be deeper, and I wanted to see past just the surface level of it. I appreciate games like this, and thank you guys if you watched through it all. And I'm okay. Really, I think it's healthy to cry and to express my emotions, and whatever the case. I haven't cried in a very long time, and it wasn't even, oh my gosh, like I'm falling into despair crying. It was just, this touches me, like it touches my soul a little bit, and I want to say this. The music was really hitting it too. But yeah, I don't know, I guess like just with this game, it's also like I'm watching and I'm obviously relating in a lot of ways of just very, very different but similar in the end. Like I've just always wanted to connect with people, and I've always wanted to be something good for others, and I've gone through so many bad situations leading with those intentions, and I've been in very abusive relationships. I've been in emotionally and mentally abusive. I've been in physically and I've been in bad situations. And I just feel so happy to have come out of it and came out a better person, like the same way she did, it's just, I didn't give up on myself. I was sad and I was hurt for a very long time, for many different situations, and just maybe the totality of all the situations. But I just kept trying, I kept trying to find more meaning in things and in myself, and questioning all the bad thoughts that I had about everything, including myself. And I don't know, one day things just clicked, and it was so much work until one day all those bad thoughts didn't make sense anymore, and all those fears that I had were gone, were alleviated, because I just know that I would never get that close to people who had those red flags or made me feel that way and took away my peace. It just showed any signs of what I've gone through and what I've been through, the kinds of people that I've given my energy to. I just know that I would never. And I've found so much peace with that. I feel like I've stepped out of my comfort zone and my bubble so much, and I held on to so many dreams and goals and desires because I felt so insecure, because I was with people who wanted to be with me because they saw so much in me, and you know, I made them feel different, and I pushed their boundaries, and I helped them grow. And you know, people saying all types of stuff, and the moment they have me, everything that they, you know, they love me for, that's exactly what they wanted to tear from me. And they wanted to put me in my place and make me feel small, and make me feel like I don't have value, and make me feel like I will always be less than. And I let them. And I would never let somebody do that again. And that's responsibility and accountability I had to take for myself. And not allowing something like that. And knowing my self-worth and working on self-love, and yeah, you know, having a world of color on my own, and setting healthy boundaries for myself, and not having those boundaries be flexible. Yeah, I'm so happy with where I'm at, and YouTube is a really strong reflection of that stuff too. You know, putting out content, putting myself out there, because that's what it is, right? Like, I'm taking myself in all genuine form and the most vulnerable states, and I'm like, well, let me just put it out for the entire world. And maybe nobody will see it. Maybe one person will see it. Maybe it'll just be my small knit community. Maybe everybody will see it, because anybody can at any time. And I've come to terms with that's okay. I'm okay with who I am. I'm okay with, you know, I'm just okay with myself. And I think it'll always be worth it if it touches even one soul, if it moves anybody, if it inspires anybody, if it matters to anybody, then it was worth putting it out there for everybody. So, with that being said, thank you so much. I know the Psych Sunday was a bit different. Yeah, I wish I could be here with you guys, but you know, who knows what I'm doing right now. If you watch this all the way through, definitely let me know what you think. Or even real time, I hope you wrote some comments. Like, I literally spam the comment section. Any thoughts, any comments, any questions. I thank you so much. I can't say it enough. I appreciate you so much for being here and listening, and you know, hopefully sharing your thoughts with me too. I know I got a bit more vulnerable than usual, but you know, Psych Sundays will do that to you. But yeah, thank you guys for your time, and looking forward to another Psych Sunday. So goodbye. And can somebody order some pizza or sushi, because I'm trying to vicariously live through you. I'm hoping that I'm gonna get some, but just in case, let's all just be on the same page. But okay, goodbye, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely do so. Keep up with the journey, keep up with all the nonsense, and we do this every Sunday. So bye. Sorry, I have to wait a second because the audio will cut if I do it too early. Doo-doo-doo.